clear. I hope it doesn't look clear. No, nobody's in there. But the board isn't clear. I don't know if it's gonna show that.
You could zoom in, maybe. Maybe zoom in. It's kind of
Still blurry. I mean, not blurry. It's just not clear. It's the light. Maybe hit that light, Adriana, to see that if that helps.
Now it's dark.
Turn it back on. That didn't help. Real quick.
It's like the board is
The light,
lighting.
yeah.
The board's light.
And that made it worse when it came back on.
Oh, that didn't do it.
I might have to move it up. I can put it on that stand. But I don't want to be in y'all's face. Can y'all still see the board? There we go. Yes. Yeah. They're in Miss McIntosh's room. Oh, you're welcome.
If I can pay 29.9,
For real.
so we won't be able to have this thing. We can just have them write it down.
Okay. Or you can scan it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, like, yeah, that's what they do that.
We can
They
put
wouldn't
it up.
make copies and they had all that.
All right, y'all. So, for those who aren't here, you can go back and watch this video. But I guess you are watching me if you hear me saying this. But, oh,
You got it?
it was in good vision. Okay, there it goes. Had to get it back right. So we're going to be dividing fractions. We've already talked about what do we know about dividing fractions, Adriana? You said we do what?
Oh, yeah.
Keep, change, flip. So this is just that, just showing the steps to dividing fractions. Right whole number is fraction, right mixed number is improper fraction. So they have 2 divided by 3. 2/3 divided by 1/3. Then they kept the 2/3 as 2/3. Y'all see that on your paper? Right now they haven't changed the sign yet. They only flipped the fraction. Y'all see that? That was step 2. That's changing the reciprocal. That's the opposite order. So now, step 3, the reciprocal allows you to change the operation from division to multiplication. So now they have 2/3 times 3/1. Everybody with me? Step 4, multiply the fraction. 2/3 times 3/1. So you multiply 2 times 3 to get 6. Then you multiply, and then you multiply 3 times 1 to get 3. Then, what was wrong? What was 6/3? It's an improper fraction, so we have to convert it. And by doing that, what do we do to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number? Divide. In this case, it ended up being a whole number, so we just had 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay? So that part is really simple. They just gave a few more examples of it here.
Okay.
And on this one, this was 27/1, which is just 27. This one ended up being 6/21, and they ended up doing something to that. Who knows what they did to 6/21 to simplify it? Divided both numbers by what? 3. And y'all remember the easy thing to know if a number is divisible by 3 or not? David, I know you remember. If I look at 21 and I say, okay, I know 6 is a multiple of 3, but is 21 a multiple of 3? What can I do that's easy and quick to find out?
You add the 1 and 2.
You can add the sums together of these two digits. 2 plus 1 gives you 3, and I know 3 is a multiple of 3, so that means 21 is a multiple of 3. So I just asked myself, well, what can both of those? I know both of them can be divided by 3. So you do that, and they got 2/7. Okay? Now, what is this part?
It's word problem.
It's a word problem. So it says dividing fractions, word problems. How do I know when to divide a whole number by a fraction? One way to figure this out is if a problem is asking how many of a fraction of something is in a whole number of something else. So example, how many 1/4 cups are in 5 cups of milk? So you're splitting that 1/4 cups. How many 1/4 cups are in 5 cups? You're splitting that 5 cups of milk. And then it says you have to take the 5 cups and divide them into fourths. For example, this is how you set it up. 5 divided by 1/4 equals 20 quarter cups. How did they get that? What did they have to do? They had to divide, but then they had to do what in order to divide? What do we do to divide fractions? Keep, change, flip. So right now is this, right? So I can put that over 1. Then what is it going to be when I do my keep, change, flip? 4/1 instead of 5/1. But what else changes?
The division sign.
Division sign turns to multiplication. Then if I multiply that, I get 20/1. That's how they got 20. Okay. All right. So this part is pretty easy. Y'all all know how to do that. So flip over on the back.
We do this as well as a number.
Okay. So this is dividing fractions with models. Dividing whole numbers by fractions with visual models. So if we have 3 divided by 1/4, it says step 1, draw as many rectangles as the whole number in the problem. So how many rectangles did they draw?
3.
Because they're dividing by what?
1/4.
1/4 by 3. 3 is the whole number. So that's how many rectangles I draw. Then step 2 says separate each rectangle into fractional pieces that match the denominator of the fraction. So my denominator was, so the denominator is 4. So they split that into 4. Each one of these 3 sections, they split it into 4. Then we're going to count, we're going to shade how many 4s in each one. How many am I shading? 1. So y'all do that on your paper. So I'm shading 1 out of this one, 1 out of this one, 1 out of that one. Okay? So it says count how many 4s there are in all. How many 4s are there in all? How many 4s are there in all? Huh? 12. 4, 8, 12. So there are 12 4s in all. There are 12 4s. So the answer is, how many are shaded? 3. So 3 12ths. Okay. Would I leave it like that?
No.
Why not?
Symbol.
How do we know we can simplify that?
Because they're both multiple of 3.
Both multiples of 3. So what should I do to simplify it? Divide top and bottom by 3. And that's going to give me 1/4.
So technically, whatever you divide by top number, you're gonna divide by.
Yep, whatever we do to the top, we have to do it to the bottom. Vice versa.
I kind of get it.
Good. All right, let's scroll over. I have to scroll over. Y'all can just look over. This is another example. So we have, it says draw a rectangle and make the same amount of columns. They already did that part for us. So what are we dividing by? What's our number? How many do we have out of that 5 that should be shaded? 4 in each one. So go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh, hold on. For a rectangle and make the same amount of columns as the denominator. Did they draw 3 of them? Show you the amount of the columns of the numerator and the fraction. This is a visual model of the fraction. Oh, they just split it. Okay, y'all see what they're doing. So this one, they split it after they shaded. So they broke it in fifths because 5 was the denominator. Then over here, they shaded the 4. Y'all see that? They did that. Then down here, since they're dividing by, what are we dividing by? What's the whole number? 3. So they split it apart into thirds, okay? So then you would just count how many total pieces you have. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 that's shaded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 12. It's 15 total pieces. 12 are shaded. So that would give me what for my fraction? 12 fifteenths. Can't simplify that. Did I do that anywhere?
You can simplify 12.
Yeah. I mean, 12 fifteenths. Yeah, you can divide by 3. What am I talking about? Because I didn't write it down.
No, you're good.
I was trying to see if they wrote that down anywhere. They have, hold on, 4 fifteenths. Each person will get 4 fifteenths of the chocolate bar. Because 12 fifteenths.
I mean, yeah, this is more.
This is not a home
I
run.
know.
But
I mean,
there's
you're
only
not
11 in here. They're missing 9.
9, okay.
Yeah.
9 is not the winning number.
Hello.
No.
Yeah.
Who's
short.
11?
11. Yeah.
My homeroom has a lot.
That's okay.
So that's not.
This too shall pass. Well,
I'm trying to make sure, y'all, because it says take the fraction model and cut it into as many parts as the whole number in the problem. Imagine that this is 4/5 of a chocolate bar being shared by 3 people. So this is for, they split it into 1, 2, 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're dividing it by 3. Then the shaded part of one of the groups will be the numerator of your answer, and all of the pieces added together will be the denominator. Your answer ends up being 4 fifteenths. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're just getting 4 fifteenths. So we don't do 12 fifteenths. So it's only, it says each person will get. So each person will get just this part. But the total, yeah, I see what we're doing. So that's how they got the 4 fifteenths, which that can't be simplified. Alrighty, so that's it for that.
We need to line up this thing. Keep that. We're gonna keep reviewing over that when we get back to specials. Okay, you read this one. I need special tuition.
You need what?
I need special tuition.